Okay. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to everyone again. So we are waiting for the people, but as we wait for the people entering the webinar, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Marian Cabrera, and I will be hosting the webinar for today together with our co-speakers from the EBS Technical Support and also from alarm.com. Later on, I will be introducing everyone who are going to be speaking in this webinar. But let me remind everyone first that for today's webinar, we will be recording it. And we will be able to share this recording to some of your teammates who might not be able to make it today because of the time difference and so on. So don't worry, we will have everything recorded so we can distribute this material. Additionally, I would like to thank everyone who is coming from different time zones. I know that it's late in some parts of the world or too early in some parts. So thank you for making time to be here today. Additionally, I would also like to acknowledge our technical support department for organizing the technical setup today. We have Peter Modlinski who will be assisting us. As we go through the webinar today, we will have the chance to also write questions as we go along. So as we discuss and describe to you certain points about our universal security platform, please feel free to write down your questions in the chat box. And we will have our team behind this to answer simultaneously. At the end of this webinar, we will also be reading some of your questions and we will answer them if it's a question that would actually benefit everyone in the webinar. If these questions are very specific or too detailed, then this is something that we would address to you directly. So, okay, so as we start, again, to the new people that just arrived, my name is Marian Cabrera, and we will be discussing today our USP solutions or Universal Security Platform. The main topic of today is to answer the question, how to upgrade your legacy panels and also how to add value to your business. So that's the main point of our webinar. As we go along, I will have my team who will be also joining this presentation. So I have here Mateusz Zadecki from our technical support department.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, so he will be covering later on the technical part and infrastructure side of the USP solution. And we have the pleasure as well to have Simon with us. Hi, Simon.
Hello.
Okay. Thank you so much, Simon, for joining us. Simon is from alarm.com and he is responsible for the Nordic market. So some of you might be coming from the northern part of Europe or who already know Simon. So thank you for being here today. And now we will move along with our presentation. But the question remains, right? We have here a combination of solution from EBS, and at the same time, we have solutions from alarm.com. So most of you are already EBS partners. So I'll just give a rundown who we are as a company if there are new people here. But in addition to that, we also have our other company that is actually part of the solution, alarm.com. Alarm.com is a big security company based in the US. They actually acquired EBS recently. So last year we were acquired by alarm.com and we have been working with our R&D team to actually come up with a universal security platform solution. Just a few words about our company. So EBS, we are a specialized manufacturer for wireless technology. We have deployed over 3 million hardware worldwide, and we are currently working in many countries with an experience for over 35 years. We have been in the business since 1989. Now, alarm.com as a company, as I said, it's an American company. They're actually the biggest IoT company in the world. Their solution focuses on services and providing integrated solution. That one will be explained by Simon later on. And to add to that, they actually have a lot of subscribers. So alarm.com have over 10 million subscribers subscriptions on a monthly basis. And also, can you imagine how big their deployments are? They have over 100 million connected devices in their platform. So we're talking here about one of the biggest security players in the world who is currently working with EBS. So let's say that we came up with this solution, alarm.com plus EBS, because we can do more when working together. EBS have been a hardware specialist in the last years, and right now we are in this stage where we're actually specializing on providing services as well together with alarm.com. So we'll be covering that using the Universal Security Platform. So just to describe to you, Universal Security Platform is actually a combination of different things, both hardware and services. So what does it cover? First of all, the Universal Security Platform covers the EBS communicators. It also covers the alarm.com platform. It also covers the communication services that goes with it. So what do I mean by that? We have our roaming SIM cards, which means that when you avail of our services or the USP, you'll actually have the connectivity package that comes with it. And of course, there are additional values that we will be providing, such as we will have the possibility of combining cameras, doorbells, and SVRs. So Maggie, can you tell us what are SVRs?
Well, SVRs are stream video recorders. It means that you can use it to connect more cameras. If you are going to use a commercial stream video recorder, you can also connect third-party cameras to this device, and this gives you opportunity to use alarm.com environment.
Okay. Thank you for that. So additionally, we would like to emphasize that with this USP or Universal Security Platform, there's also the possibility of adding the cloud-to-cloud integrations. These are actually a bunch of different things such as smart locks and other smart home devices as well, in addition to the possibility of having the video verification and analytics. So just to sum up, USP solution is actually an integrated solution that allows you to expand the deployments which were available before with EBS Security. So EBS Security is the EBS Classic application. And now we're moving forward to a world of new possibilities where you can have more things in the application for end users. And there's going to be an application or platform also for the diggers for managing these solutions. So it's a solution actually made especially to upgrade the services of our security partners. So what do I mean by that? USP solution is actually geared towards upgrading solutions that are already in the market. What I mean by this is that when you have a monitoring station and you already have connected devices, there are always opportunities to improve them, whether it be by upgrading the communication channel or also adding services. So using the USB solution, we are able to give you the key to unlocking that possibility. So we have here today a description of what the panels or integrations or communicators are. I just want you to also think about this. We made this when we EBS in alarm.com because when we have new installations of panels, it's easy to connect them to the IoT world. However, if we think about it, there are thousands and millions of panels out there that are actually working in the traditional way, like in PSTN line. So in order for us to bring them to the IoT world, with USP, it's like a turnkey solution that I don't have to go to a house or a client with a commercial deployment and say, I want to connect it to the IoT world, but I have to replace everything on your side. That's very time consuming and it's also capital intensive. With USP, you can use the existing panels that are already in the site and just have a module to upgrade that. And then from that, you can cross-sell and upsell. So we'll be talking more about that later.
So our model is a key to new opportunities that Alarm.com offers.
Exactly. And actually, Alarm.com is one of the best IoT platform. So it's very exciting for you guys. Okay, so let's define first some of the components in the solutions, right? So the first one is the EBS communicator. You are already familiar with this one. EBS communicator are universal, which means that you can actually connect different bands of panel, such as Bosch, DSC, Honeywell, Paradox, Risco, Texacom, and many more. So the beauty of this solution is that you don't have to have different modules for different brands. We're offering you something that could connect to virtually everything, every band of panels. Is that right?
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true. The main thing that legacy on the old panel needs is a dialer and one hardwired input zone and one output. If it has power supply, 12 volts power supply on the board, it's all we need.
Okay, so in order to use EBS communicator, they only need what?
I will talk about it later because I want to show the wiring diagram. So
okay, yeah, that's right. So later on, Mateusz would actually explain to you how easy it is to integrate the communicator with the old legacy panels that you might already have on your side. So going forward, I will be showing to you the two models of EBS communicators that are applicable for the USP solution. So we have currently two models, which is the LX30B and also the EPX400. There are the description here of what they provide, but first let me describe to you the difference. The difference between the LX30B and EPX400 is that EPX400 have IP communication channel. On the other hand, the LX30B runs on the 4G or data mainly. So with that, both solution is a 4G communicator, which is also backwards compatible. What does it mean, Matt, backwards compatible?
Backward compatibility.
Backward compatibility between 4G, 3G, and 2G. So whatever signal strength is best in those sites, that's where it would connect. Additionally, this solution, as I mentioned earlier, have the roaming SIM card. Mati, do you know the benefits of having a roaming SIM card?
Well, it can work anywhere in the world, and you can, for example, pick using partner portal the time of testing, the
heartbeat.
Yeah, the heartbeat.
Okay, so the value of having a roaming SIM card is that you can actually use multiple carriers or network provider in your country, and it automatically connects to the best signal available in that area. So that's a very useful feature because normally most deployments are running on a single network SIM card, and with our USP solution, we will be providing you together with a package of a roaming SIM card, which means that you have better connectivity with multiple carriers. And of course, to add to that, we have the EN standards of our for the certifications, and it's a very easy cloud setup. Actually, Mateusz did a video on how to set up the communicators and the Alarm.com portal as well.
Exactly, it will be available soon. Currently, is under preparation, almost done.
Yeah. So you'll see more of his face in the next videos that we will be providing you guys. Okay, so now we talked about the EBS communicator, the models that are available for this USP solution. Now I would like to give the floor to Simon from alarm.com, who will be describing to us the features or value and what is alarm.com platform as a whole. Simon, please take the floor.
Perfect. Thank you. And thank you so much for having me. First of all, it's great to work together with you guys. First of all, I would like to say, if you're new to alarm.com and don't know about alarm.com really, I think that's a good thing, because our mission is not to build the alarm.com brand. We want to build the brand with the security companies that we work with. So for an example, we have 12,000 of security companies that we work with, and our mission is again to build their brand and not ours. So what I will try to explain here, I'll have 5-10 minutes and have it pretty high level, but I want to talk about how you could build your brand with alarm.com, how you can keep your customers longer working together with alarm.com and EBS, and also increase your services. Other than that, of course, to make your legacy system feel modern again. That's my mission of today. So how do we do that? First of all, thank you for the introduction about alarm.com. Alarm.com is a platform and ecosystem for both residential and commercial properties. And our platform works with a big range of different devices and products and used by millions of people every day, both for homes and businesses. And we can go to the next slide if that's possible. Okay, waiting for that, continuing either way. So data security. One thing that's important for us at alarm.com is the security, and security is so much more than just products. We talk a lot about the data security and protecting your customers' data. And we do that through different things, but we have always, of course, end-to-end encryption. We have multi-factor authentication for user accounts, and we also have privacy policies stored to be able or for you to make sure that the third-party data is not being sold, or the data is not being sold to third parties. So for us, security is much more than just a product or a sensor or a video camera or a communicator. It's also protecting the data. What else? One app to rule them all. So what we want to do with alarm.com is for the customer to be able to access, in this case, let's say a security system and video from one platform. It's more and more now these days, the customer do not want to have 3 different apps. Let's say one app for locks, one app for security, and one app for video. So what we want to do is we want to integrate all of the devices into one platform. And also one benefit of integrating different devices into one platform is actually in order to make the system smart. And where can you use it from? Convenience is a big thing for us at alarm.com. So either if you have a phone, you have a tablet, or you have a computer, even now from your TV or your actually Apple Watch or car, you can use your security system and handle your security system. So convenience for us is to make it accessible for the customers wherever they are, if they are in the office, in the car, or on the run. So that is very important. And again, alarm.com, I don't have time to deep dive into everything, but I will keep it hardware and software as well. Let's separate those two. So alarm.com, of course, we have our own innovation. We have our own cameras, and we have our own sensors as well. But I would say that alarm.com and the benefit alarm.com is more so the software. So what do we do? It is a complete platform that includes security and video monitoring, and also cloud-to-cloud solutions that we talked about earlier. And you also get AI-driven insights with our system and also advanced analytics from our video cameras. One thing that is also worth mentioning is that our application is actually updated every week of the year. So we are spending a lot of money and a lot of efforts to actually upgrade the application for you guys to have more functionality and to continue to be the leading platform in the world. That is very important for us, and we are very proud about the software. And looking to the software, what you can see in front of you now on this picture, this is the customer interface from a computer. But there is so much more than just the customer app or the customer interface. I would say that the big thing about Alarm.com is also the value we provide for our dealers. So we have something called the dealer site, where you log in as a security company, where you can manage your customer, and you have a lot of tools and services, even dashboards, that you can, track your performance and also boost your performance. And that is something that we're also helping out with. So when you are an Alarm.com partner, you're not only buying something from EBS and just have the Alarm.com platform. We will also help take care of you and build your brand and your businesses and help you improve and make more customers every year. That's our mission. So see us also as a partner and not only as a supplier of a platform. I think that's important. And of course, hardware advantages. Like I said, we have doorbells, we have cameras, we have sensors, etc. We have a lot of things, but we are also open to third-party providers. So we work with a lot of big brands in the world, and that helps out with flexibility and also scalability. So there might be at a few companies, I'm just taking now an example. You have a store that has a legacy system, an old security system. You get an EBS communicator and you get it into the Alarm.com platform. One integration we can do cloud to cloud is actually Sonos speakers. So for example, you could create rules and settings in order to make your system much smarter. So there is a lot of things to it, but of course, if you want to have more information, you are free to, contact me, my colleagues at Alarm.com, or visit our webpage later on. I don't have time to go into all the nitty-gritty and all the devices that we are working with, but that's just a few examples. Other than that, customer retention is very important, and we of course want our security companies that we work with, we want them to have a customer paying a subscription to them for a long time. And how do we do that? With a new and a modern system, or an old system looking new, together with EBS and Alarm.com, you can keep your customer longer. If you also add something more to it than just arm and disarm an older system, maybe if you add a video camera, you get a much higher value. And for that value, you can also charge your customer. So I think this opens up possibilities for security companies all over the world to actually increase monthly revenue. And I guess we will talk about that a bit later. One other thing is also cost efficiency. Now, when you can have multiple things into one platform, such as both security and cameras, it's also easier for you as a security company. So cost efficiency and saving time is very, very important. Of course, there is the customer experience. Let's not forget that. The customer experience is, I work with many different systems, and this is top state-of-the-art security platform. Like it is so easy to use, and you have so much functionality. Even for the more complex users, you can really do whatever you want to do with Alarm.com. So Alarm.com focus on innovation. We are updating our platform and our tools and services regularly, and also coming up with new features. So for security companies that are working with EBS today, or security companies that are thinking about working with Alarm.com, we will make sure that we can build your brand, keep your customers longer, and increase your services together with EBS and Alarm.com. So thank you so much for taking some of your time. And like I said before, feel free, if you want to know more about Alarm.com, contact me or my colleagues at Alarm.com. We also have a great website and a YouTube page if you want to see more about Alarm.com. So again, thank you so much for now, and I'll hand over to my colleagues at EBS.
Hi, thank you so much, Simon. That was very insightful. And I'm sure that is something that makes our partners excited as well. So just to emphasize a few points that Simon mentioned and what I really like about Alarm.com, it provides you a platform and softwares that actually makes it easier for businesses and end users as well to have everything in one place. Because normally, people would have a different application and softwares for cameras. They will have a different one for their alarm system. They will have a different one also for their smart automations and so on. And I like that in Alarm.com, you don't have to have different subscriptions and different softwares and platforms. Everything is just in one place. So that actually gives us the possibility of growing the services that we already provide to our clients. If you are a monitoring station, you probably have the residential services for monitoring. But now we can go back to the existing clients that we have and say, hey, we actually have some new offers, and it's just a very fast installation from our side. So you're going to use USP, right? And in a day, you can have an increased recurring monthly revenue with your existing clients. It's always easier and more accessible for us as a company to go back to the customer base that we already work with. So upselling is actually a very fundamental thing that helps us grow the business and also increase our revenue. And this is why having EBS and Alarm.com solution through the USP is something that really just makes sense for every one of us. Okay, so I'll go back to the main points and the commercial points of the USP solution. But now I would like to turn the discussion to Mateusz, who will be describing to us the infrastructure of how EBS, how Alarm.com platform, and how your sites would have the infrastructure working together.
Okay, so I wanted to show in the simplest way how our communicator can be used to get into Alarm.com environment. So I created a diagram which shows the whole process, the idea of how EBS communicator works with Alarm.com. So the whole installation process begins from creating a new Alarm.com account, customer account. It can be done both using partner portal, this is a desktop version, or mobile tech app. It's good to do it before the installation, so before the connecting EBS communicator to the legacy control panel.
Okay.
Next, the connection needs to be done and the place. So next step is connecting EBS communicator to the legacy control panel. And by that, I mean connecting 3 pairs of wires to the control panel. This is the default wiring diagram. As you can see, power supply. So EBS communicator is powered from straight from the control panel board, from the auxiliary terminal, 12 volts DC. Then the wiring between ring tips. So we need to connect control panel dialer two R1 T1 terminals to capture events from the control panel in SIA or contact ID. And last thing we need to connect is to connect input of the communicator with a PGM. This will be used for the system status, and our output to zone of the control panel programmed as momentary key switch. And that's all.
Great. So don't you worry, guys, because we will actually be launching the video to assist you in the testing and installation. We will be releasing this video in the next few days or weeks. So it will go through the steps one by one, how to set the partner portal, which Mateus mentioned earlier. In this video, they will also teach you how to do the wiring. So you have a very good step-by-step guide, and you probably won't need to read the manual after that. So don't worry. Okay, so for the next one.
And I just want to add that our technical team are testing every day new control panel. So we make sure that everything works correctly. And also we are preparing step-by-step manuals to that specific control panels, DSC, Paradox, whatever. So there is no worry that you need to know what exactly needs to be programmed, because
you already did it.
Yeah, we already did it,
yeah.
And yeah, we can provide you a manual what exactly needs to be programmed. Okay, after that simple connection, you can power up the panel, and the synchronization process begins. Communicator is searching for a cellular network, and optionally, if it's EPX 400 and you have selected a dual path, of course, you need to connect Ethernet cable. The connection route is also via internet.
Okay.
After like 10 minutes, the synchronization process is over. EBS communicator is connected to alarm.com NOC, Network Operations Center, and after a while, it start sending events straight from the control panel to the monitoring station software. In the same time, alarm.com end user site is ready, so installer can send the activation link to the client, and it's done. It's working, and client can start using alarm.com app, and he can expand the system by buying more devices. Yeah,
true. So I guess this is also a good time to make a small comparison between EBS Classic setup and also the alarm.com USP setup. So you already are familiar that EBS, we have our infrastructure and ecosystem with the EBS Classic line. I guess what I want to emphasize in this slide are the differences and added values that the USP provides, such as in the USP, you can already have the wearables as part of your end user application. So Simon mentioned earlier that you can have notifications on your smartwatch. That is something new in comparison to what we have in the EBS Classic. Additionally, the partner portal is also very crucial and important, because it's not only a tool for you to do like setups, but as Simon said, it's also a business tool for you guys. And additionally, of course, the possibility of managing those devices in one platform, which is indicated also in this diagram. So it's a very useful tool for everyone.
And I just want to add that events from the control panel are not only directed to the monitoring station, but to the end user as well. So end user get more control on his old legacy panel. Yeah, he can use many rules, many other advantages that alarm.com offers. So.
Yes, yeah, those are actually, to be honest, there are so many exciting and new things in this portfolio. It's just that right now we have to focus on the most important highlights. But when we go deeper, for example, you can set up a one-on-one meeting with your team and our team. We can tell you even much more and deeper, exciting details about it. So now we go to the peripherals or the added values that are provided in the USP solution, right? So we already mentioned to you that in this solution and setup, you are able to add video, but not only video, but also video with verification. What do I mean by this one? There are ground
zone and tripwire, yeah, for example. Those are the rules you can set, a user can set, by his own.
Yeah, so that is already something accessible with the USP solution. We also have the C2C integration. Can you tell us more about C2C?
I wanted to tell something more about video because I think this is important.
Okay.
Basic is like when it's an alarm, the recording starts. So this is a key feature, and for example, user can set recording whenever system is armed or disarmed. So he can set his own rules.
So you see, guys, there's really a lot of configurations and automations that you can set up in the USP solution as
what's more, monitoring station can check false alarms if alarm is false or no, using video verification.
That's right. So that saves you a lot of resources, money, and people wise. Great. So how about the C2C integration? What does it mean, or what does it entail, Matty?
So it means that alarm.com is not only security app. It's like smart home app also.
As well, yeah.
So with only one piece of EBS communicator, the user can, for example, buy smart lights, control AC, many other devices from alarm.com app.
Yeah. So the
smart home device.
The C2C integration is actually something that is very useful for everyone because alarm.com is already working with different brands of systems and solutions, and they already did the cloud-to-cloud integration. So some of the examples of the C2C integrations that are available are, as you can see in this slide, some door locks, which is very popular nowadays, right? Additionally, there is also possibility with air conditioning because that's also part of their C2C integration. And there's so much more. You can ask the alarm.com team, and there's just so many to share with that.
The point is that user can use only one app for controlling all those devices.
Correct. Yeah. And of course, we have the intruder alarm, which is mainly what EBS connects to, and then they open the door to the ADC platform. And one of the new trends, or maybe not very new, but the recent trends in the market, is that we also incorporate the doorbells with cameras with our system, especially in the northern markets and North America markets. This is very popular. So you have the doorbell, you can interact with the person on the door, and from your application, you can like talk to them or even just see who there are. Like, this is very useful for deliveries, or if you have unexpected guests, this is a tool that is available already that you can use in the package that we are providing. Okay, so with that, we already mentioned to you the video verification. Mateusz actually gave you some insights of how it's valuable that you can see instant videos when something was violated or you have an alarm. But to add to that, we have to emphasize that providing video verification is a big boost in the possibility of increasing your recurring monthly revenue, because this is like a smart solution that provides you real data that helps you in the everyday life. So in the video verification that Alarm.com provides, you're actually able to have tripwires and also ground zones. So can you tell us more about it?
So tripwires mean it's a rule for recording rule. So it means that you can, for example, place camera somewhere and draw a line using alarm.com desktop site, the alarm.com app. You can draw this line, and it means that everything what cross this line will be recorded. For example, and same idea is with ground zone. It's like a field.
Right. Okay. So we also have more information about the verification tools that the video provides. So you can have the video recording instantly ready available like 15 minutes before the alarm occurred, and also 15 minutes after the alarm occurred. So this is a very easy way to check the status of the locations. And additionally, it's easier for the operator in the monitoring stations to actually assess the situation. Additionally, this information you can also check on your app. And of course, it is also available in the alarm automation. And we have to take in consideration that we are compatible with software using CAD09, which is a very standard protocol worldwide. So it's a very easy process and easy to integrate. Now, just to remind you guys, if you do have questions, we do encourage you to write them down in the chat box, and then we'll be answering them as we go along. Okay, so for the next one, I would like to share with you some of the B2B benefits or business-to-business benefits. So that's between you and us, what you get with using the alarm.com and EBS solution, USP solution, Universal Security Platform. So first of all, it's very affordable and easy to install. This is in comparison to actually upgrading an entirely new system from the old legacy panels. So we are providing you a turnkey solution that includes the hardware, the software, and the connectivity, right? It's also faster overall instead of spending days or hours on a new installation. The other benefit that we provide with the USP is, of course, opening the doors for the upselling the new services with your legacy panels. So you actually hit more birds in one stone. What do I mean by that? You get to upsell the services that you provide, because now you can have the video verification, you can have the integrated other solutions, and additionally, it touches the upgrading of the communication channels. Like, as we all know, in the world right now, there are changes in infrastructure, shutdowns of 2G, 3G are happening, or PSTN lines are being cut in some countries. So you get to benefit on going back to your customer and telling them, okay, we have to upgrade your connectivity anyway, but by the way, we have new services that we can offer to you. So that's a business opportunity. And of course, we have the third point here, the remote diagnostic of multiple systems. We already touched this several times. Anything that you could remotely diagnose or resolve is a very good savings for the company and the services that you provide. And of course, your benefit would be recurring monthly revenue. Everything right now is subscription. So that's something that we all really like, recurring monthly revenue. And of course, there's the cross-selling of different peripherals that you may offer to your clients, like the cameras or the other C2C automation that you can use. Okay, now we have the benefits for the end users or the consumers. So what benefits are they able to get from this solution, from the USP? Well, now you are able to connect to the largest IoT platform in the world that gives you so much information and actually makes you interact with the system more often. So before, when you say, okay, I have an alarm system at home, then it's more of like, I arm this arm, right, Matty? But now, because it's fun to watch your house or your sites, or you want to check your, I don't know, dogs or like your family at home, like you can interact with the system that you have at home and your phone on a more regular basis because it just has some more things to offer. Additionally, a benefit to the end users is that you have an application for everything, for many things that you would actually normally have separate applications for. And of course, I already touched this, the upgrade of the communication channel, because anyway, in many countries, you're gonna shut down 2G or 3G, might as well connect other services to your system now. And overall, I feel like when you use the USP solution, the Alarm.com platform, you're actually increasing your quality of life because you are working with a smarter overall solution for you. As Matty mentioned, you can create scenes and rules that just makes your life easier. What is geofencing, for example, in this slide?
Geofencing means that you can set a field, and when you leave this field with your mobile phone, you can get a notification that, for example, you forgot to arm your system. And I want to talk something about scenes. It means that you can do more than just arming and disarming system. The best example would be, for example, you're leaving the house, yeah, and you can create a scene that when you leave, with only one click, the blinds are being closed,
lights are off,
yeah,
air conditioning's off.
for example, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, as I said, we are leveling up the quality of life of our users. So the other benefit that I would like to emphasize also is that for the end user, we are increasing the protection for everyone, including your data. I've attended the recent Partners Summit in Australia, and there was a almost 2-hour presentation on how secure the Alarm.com ecosystem is. So these guys, they're very serious with protecting your data and making sure that you are safe, your data is safe. You can have a 2-hour presentation just on security alone. So rest assured that this is a system that really takes care of you in every sense of the way. So with that, I would like to show you this slide which summarizes the points that we've covered today. So the USP solution, or the Universal Security Platform, includes the EBS communicator. So we have the LX30B and the EPX400 together with the Alarm.com portal. The Alarm.com portal also comes with the possibility of managing the system remotely. You also have that end user applications for the customers. And then the peripherals, which are the CCTV with video verification. We also have the doorbells with cameras, and of course the cloud-to-cloud integration solutions that is just a vast, let's say, portfolio of different products. So we encourage you to test this solution. Contact your EBS sales manager, and then we will start the process of giving you more information on how to go about how you could offer this to your business. So there are just a few points that I would like to share with you. when you want to start testing the USP solution, we will be endorsing you also to the members of the alarm.com team, because they will provide you an onboarding process, and they will provide you more information of what is the alarm.com platform or what it means to be in their ecosystem. And I assure you guys, it's really a lot of good and exciting things that could add value to your business. Additionally, after the paperwork and trainings of alarm.com have been finalized, then we will be assisting you from the EBS tech support side on the step-by-step on how to technically set everything up. And then we start selling. Basically, that's how the process would look like. We will be sending you a survey after this webinar so that you could let us know if you're interested in exploring this solution and testing. We will be contacting you, and then you'll be able to get the ball rolling. Okay, so with that, I would like to ask my colleague Peter, who is from our tech support, if there are any questions that would be worth reading and sharing to right now.
So we can mention where is the production of our devices.
Okay, so there was a question that was asked, where is the production of our devices? So we actually covered that earlier. The EBS communicators are produced here in Poland. EBS is a Polish company with our factory here in Poland. Additionally, Alarm.com also have their own production, mainly in Taiwan and US, as I read earlier as well, and as far as I know. So yeah, those are the production areas where we do it. We also have other questions that you might want to read.
Our Paradox and Adamka can be accommodated by
EPX 400. Yes, so the answer is yes.
Yeah, so the answer is all control panels with physical input and output, at least one free, yeah? Not being used for intruder zone. It needs to be a key switch zone, and PGM programmable output. It needs to be free. With that, this is possible.
Okay. Next question.
Why link it to ARM.com and not the existing OSM server? So EBS communicators became more powerful with Alarm.com. There's no need to use OSM to install it anywhere. It's all in Alarm.com cloud. So
there's a different infrastructure on how the integration happens on the back end. So which actually might be a benefit for you, because you no longer have to maintain your own OSM, because OSM cloud in our infrastructure is already taken care of. That's one of the services in this USP portfolio.
But the idea is pretty similar. It means that the data of monitoring station software needs to be set once only in partner portal, and then each time you are putting a serial number of the new EBS communicator, so basically when you are creating a new customer account, you just select monitoring station from the list. So the idea is pretty similar, but you don't need to maintain OSM server.
So as I said earlier, what we're providing with the USP is really a turnkey solution, because you don't need to set up the OSM anymore. We have a next question.
To update here. To maintain.
We're gonna take care of that. So the next question we have, with EBS communicator connected with the legacy panel, can Alarm.com camera be integrated and create scenes like taking pictures when there's alarm? So the answer is yes.
And it's by default. By default, each time when you are adding a new camera to the customer account, so customer can do it by himself. the rule of recording after alarm is by default. You can select if the video verification to that client, if client allows the video verification by monitoring software, but he can do it by himself. So he gets a notification, he can check it, and if he gives a permission to the monitoring station employees can do it as well.
Yeah, great. Other questions that might be useful for everyone? Yeah, so just to also share the services provided with the platform of alarm.com, this is a subscription, just for everyone's clarity as well.
There was also a question about our other group of devices, control panels, CPX 230 and Ava Pro. Currently, only EBS communicators, and not all of them are connected, are integrated with alarm.com environment.
Yeah. So currently there's two models, right? We mentioned earlier, we have the EPX 400 and the LX30B. Those two models will be able to connect to the other brands of panels available in the market. Yeah. Another question that we have. Yes, so as we said, the question is if it's a subscription based, like for the application and the platform, the answer is yes, this is a subscription. But the subscription, remember, includes the platform, the end user app, the SIM card, the roaming SIM card, and also it takes care of the OSM setup. So this is actually all in one. Yeah. So I think for today, that is all, but feel free to ask us more questions, whether it be in the chat box or if you want to send email to your assigned sales managers or to the EBS tech support. Just to remind everyone, technical support department are answering questions when you send the email to support@ebssmart.com. We will be happy to assist you further and have separate discussions with you and your team. Commercially or technically, we are at your disposal. But for today, I would like to acknowledge again everyone who participated. Thank you, Mateusz. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much, Simon, for participating and being part of our webinar. And I'm sure that our partners have new information, and I hope that you're excited about this possibility because we are opening up floodgates of new opportunities for you and the possible services that you can provide. So thank you, guys. We will keep the chat box open just for the questions that you might still want to ask. Simon, it's been great. I hope to see you soon again somewhere in Europe, I guess. And with that, we are ending this webinar. We'll be sending you updates in the email. And that is all for today, guys. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.